we jump right into our first map.
Pretty excited for this. I really wanted to see Split today. You know, from a player's perspective, it is a challenging map, especially when you're on the attacker's side. But let's see how they're going to approach this right away, pushing into A.
Yep, just trying to slow them up as best as possible. That dark cover is out. RB with the corner check does see a few. Well, hear the movement, the boom bot, updraft, up on top of the rafters. Blind comes out, Glow presses forward out of the smoke, manages to find Han. And Zest peeking from the back sight. Upstick down, XPP. Stacks will get dropped. Zest finds another kill, but the spike has been cut off. We have one at ropes at the moment. Breach is just going to be cut off over at A main. I'm ready. Looking for some form of access to get himself over to the site, but he's going to have to retreat as they try for a rotation over to B.
Yep, RB's just waiting. The Ghost. And just checking ropes, seeing if anything's coming through there. But it is a long rotation here for I Am Ready. Over to B. Makes a lot of sense. That's going to be open-ish. There are a few nano swarms down there for the Killjoy, but should have enough time to run through them before they're able to get popped. Maybe they can catch him when he tries to retreat into B main. Zest comes around the corner.
Looking for the right click, doesn't get the hit. Retreat comes in from Jinbungi, gets himself over onto the Heaven Raptors here, on the vents rather. Heal will go out just to get the top up onto RB. As there's the finish, RB finding one, finding two, and the defuse will come in, and Vision Strikers with a rare pistol round win.
Yeah, just a tough rotation there after getting cut up inside of the bottom of A ramps. And Vision Striker still has 4. There's only 2. They try to get over there. It's a good rotation, but Vision Strikers just not fooled by much. And they come out here. 2 kills for RB, 2 for Zest, 1 for Glow. Start this one out. Only 1 kill for WGS, so it's going to be, looks like Frenzies on a very minimalistic buy for WGS. You can't even really call it a buy. It's just Frenzies, basically, and a classic. Or 2. And some light armor. Not a lot being spent, let's put it that way, folks.
Looking like the A main approach yet again. Don't have the early fault line to come through from Stacks. Will be the rush forward. Jinbungi going to be lurking over towards Sewer. Starts inching his way into mid to try to catch anybody on the rotation. Out of Heaven. RB pulling back, takes a little bit of damage from the hot hands. Now we have a bit of a split here as they start making their way into the rope. Stacks finds 1. Blind comes up. 2 going to be coming up top. Now pressing their way over towards Mail. Zest instantly snapping onto Hashira's head. Follows up for a second one as I'm Ready will go down. Now it's just the 2 last remaining members completely pinched. RB will scoop the final blows. It's a very fast 2-round start for Vision Strikers.
I mean, the patience of Vision Strikers is just so difficult to deal with. They don't try to fight it in the ropes. Even though there's a decent bottleneck potential there, some flashes and other things were utilized, and they don't stick around. They get right to a safe spot. They wait until they can get the flank as well from RB onto WGS. They don't waste any time. The communication's so good. The decision-making so good for Vision Strikers. It's what you just expect at this point.
Well, they do have their buy round coming in. Still going to be 1 Spectre on the side of WGS. Instantly, though, Glow playing forward. Top of that fault line does get that little bit of disguise around the teleport sound. Hot hands lobbed into, oh no, it was just the aftershock lobbed into Mail. As the wall does get broken down.
Yeah, they really did not like that wall being there, and I don't blame them. It really cuts off a lot of options with mid not being open for the attacking team. That's why Vision Strikers likes this. Stepping out is Zast, gonna find Jinbungi right as that smoke comes up.
Yeah, Blind's coming out from I'm Ready, but it's mostly to stave off any other onslaught coming through from Vision Strikers. Spike's still gonna be hovering around mid with Hashira starting to lurk up into A lobby to try to find any sort of pick. Good dink from XPP, follows it up for the chest shot onto Glow. Does get rid of that Omen. Everybody else just gonna go ahead, pile their way in through the ropes. Boombot getting a bit confused, almost explodes as RB drops down to its level. But Turret spots him as they push out. onto the rafters here. Hashira finds one. Han with a great headshot onto RB before the drop down. That breaks open the A site. Now it's a 2v4 attempted retake here from Vision Strikers. Han leveling the playing field just a bit more into their favor.
For Zest, try and see if he can get any more value out of this Spectre from his anti-eco gun. It got the job done. They won their first two. And the buy round is going to go in WGS Exit's favor to holding the angle here. Really want to make sure, just in case one goes down, they get the finish for sure, because you can see there, the breach is with a sliver of health left.
Yeah. Holding on by a thread. Zest just going to be jiggling out, holding this angle, but with that Vandal and range, Han does get a nice little headshot. Han already showing that he's a bit more warmed up than we saw from him yesterday. We're very much missing the impact from him on that jet. And it's one of the big reasons why WGS fell so quickly.
Yeah, it feels like if Han's not really dialed in with that jet, WGS can kind of fall apart pretty quickly. The team kind of goes as he does sometimes. Hashira can pick it up for him, but if neither of them is going, then it's really rough sledding.
Yeah. Bit like we saw from Buzz on that first map, you know. You think about how would things have been if Buzz was very much on point for Haven. But yeah, Han looking a lot better. Slow Orb will stop them from moving up into Mail after Shock to clear the corner. But nobody there. Stack's just going to be waiting. Holding the flash, waiting for this advance. As Zest sits back on the box. Seems like it might be another ropes approach through over to A. RB sitting nearby. Boom Bottle clear the ramp. Not that they'll find anybody. Oh, knives out. Does manage to kill off one. Cloudburst comes through. Took a little bit of damage. XPP does finish off Zest.
Great job leaving XPP back there to watch for the flanker. That is perfect positioning. They have a good assault onto A. They don't like it enough, though. Ooh. Now they're trying to come over. Han gets one. Jingbuning gonna pick up another. B site almost open, but RB with the knives out gets one. Can he find another?
He's gonna be looking for it. Needs to find two. XPP on the cross with the Phoenix. Does make his way to the side. Back angle approach from Hashira. Catches him off guard. Great lurking approach from the Rays. Wall up. Get that bomb plant right in the little cubby. Then it all comes down to King. We saw a 1v3 clutch from him just yesterday on Haven. But given the HP bars, it seems like he might think better of this and go for the retreat.
It's just a great job here by WGS. Now, you never know, the Killjoy King can definitely come up with a 1v3 if he feels like it. But I think he's content to just take his gun and run. Keep that money, as it is economically viable to do so. But yeah, I mean, it's just a great job. They have XPP knowing that Zest wants to roam in the mid between ropes and heaven as much as possible. That's a big part of why that wall's there, too, to kind of obscure his movements as he do it. Not only do you cut off WGS from being able to utilize mid, I mean, that's the bigger deal. But there's other things involved in it as well. But there you go. Bombs, the spike gonna go down. And it's a good round here, 2 in a row for WGS. And again, they just cover their flanks. They had a good crossfire set up onto A Heaven if they had decided to go for it. It was just RB up there. They had Hashira all the way up into ramps. But they didn't like it, and that's fine. They were able to rotate back safely because they had cleared mid out.
Yep. See if Vision Strikers can put a stop to this. The stronger the WGS looks on this attack, the better for them. Their win percentage on attack on this map, not the best, 47%. So already evening up those 2 rounds is a good look for them. If they can get another on the back of this, would very much stabilize their economy and put them well ahead of Vision Strikers in that regard. They do lose one, however, as Han was sheriffed to death. That's going to be XPP getting dropped as well. Glow coming up with these kills, looking very good. So 4v3 now. Spike going to be sitting below Heaven. 2 sitting at screens. Paranoia clips 1 on the side. Glow finds a 3rd kill. Another headshot from him. He just continues to operate out of Heaven. Going for these corner checks. Here's the shots coming down. Looks below him. Can't get that shot in time. Hashira does manage to capitalize. 2 members down inside of Vision Strikers. Now a 2v1. Certainly a winnable situation. Paint shells don't go deep enough into screens, but here comes the showstopper. Throws it in. Doesn't get the damage. Short at the rocket. Blind out As Hashira tries to hold this angle, but he doesn't realize he's getting wrapped around on. There's the kill. Bomb does not get planted, doesn't need to be defused. Vision Strikers, they win out round 5.
Glow is laughing. I think those 3 Sheriff kills are going to make you feel good every time, no doubt.
Yeah, he was grinning ear to ear for the most part yesterday during their, at least during the map that they won.
He's having some fun.
Oh, that was such a disgusting shot, too.
Oh my god. Ridiculous.
As the paranoia connects, just manages to spray it through for the kill.
Well,
there's
that's
the finish.
what happens when you maintain heaven control.
Yep.
No ramp control there, really, for WGS, and that's even if it's just a Sheriff in the hands of a good player like Glow, it can wreak havoc.
RB now, this is where things can really start getting scary. Operator is drawn out. They flash to go ahead and displace him. He moves out, but Glow pushing forward down the ramp, finds Jinbungi, gets a nice headshot here with a Vandal of his own. The Rolling Thunder will come through, manages to hit one. Stacks responding, blinds go out. Curveball around the corner, they'll push forward. King instantly shutting down, they'll run it back. Rez comes out on his stacks. So they get the punish instantly. Husher in a good position to make sure that that gets absolutely no value. Spike now going to be planted. Low HP on King.
They're completely pinned in. WGS is. This is going to be a tough one. They're going to have to really fight their way out of this.
There is, but there's not really any siege. There's no raise here from Vision Strikers. They do not have a Brimstone, no Phoenix to try to, throw Molotovs in, throw nades in to try to displace them. So they can kind of sit sheltered, just turtle up at the base. Like, yeah, they might die from the Spike explosion if this pressure can continue to be applied, but that will result in a round win. Poke out from Glow, however. He wants to finish this, but looks the wrong way. XPP strikes him down. Hashira comes up with 4 on the round. That ties us up 3-3 yet again.
Yeah, it's a good attempt on the retake, but WGS does hold strong. And you're right, there isn't a lot of utility for the Vision Strikers in that particular situation. Really, you're relying on a couple smokes and a paranoia. That's about all you got.
Yep. And
I guess nano swarms.
Yeah, and that's if the nano swarms, are in hand.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to prep them for the approach, throwing them down near a main or anything like that, or on the entryway to the site,
right,
you're not going to have them to try to get them out of those corners.
And typically you're throwing them on the ground early, like you're seeing there.
Exactly. So King already prepped both of his nano swarms. You can't recover those. So just kind of has to leave them where they're at. Zest pushing forward. Great shot. Takes out Han. Really aggressive. And I mean, this is one of the things about Zest is he's one of the most aggro Sage players that you could ever see. He does have this wall up. Paranoia comes through. He gets the read that there's somebody lurking in sewers. Pulls away at the perfect moment to keep himself alive.
Yeah, I mean, the way he utilizes walls is so next level. It's not just about cover or blocking an entrance or an exit or, just kind of buying time. He uses it offensively as well. He gets on top of it. He gets his teammates on top of him sometimes. They have great set plays with that. We saw that on Icebox in the ramp where they were able to kind of get it through the wall and then they get on top of it. That was so cool. That was so sick.
Yeah, it was great, except, RB just died instantly.
Well,
but
yeah, other than that.
It was a really good play.
Okay, the idea is really smart.
Exactly. It's the ingenuity.
Yeah.
Well, now looking for the setup onto B. Hashira lurking behind in sewer. Zest thinking that everybody had cleared out. That's a huge pickup. Curveball around the side. Fault line goes out to try and slow the approach. TP into the back here. Stacks picks up 2 with the Frenzy. That's going to be good value. They do lose Glow in the process. Spike now down in the back site. Looking for the follow-up there, but Jinbungi cannot get the second kill. King takes him out, claims his gun.
That's a nice one. Showstopper time. Nobody there for that one. Yeah.
There's RB from behind. That's going to be a thrifty win for Vision Strikers. Very nicely done. Changing the balance of the game. Money's still going to be there for WGS to get these purchases through, however. So we'll still be seeing these Vandals and Phantoms coming through. Light armor for 2. Unless Han wants to go all in, which he will.
Yeah, Han's got enough to go for it. No, Vision Strikers have some money banked up. Glow and King sitting on some fat stacks. They can really,
Stacks isn't fat.
I know he's not.
He's a skinny kid. He's a skinny kid.
He's definitely.
RB dashing away. XPP catches him before he can leave. That's going to be the operator down to the ground. That can be claimed now by WGS if they make their way over to that side of the site. Rolling Thunder will push them back. Glow pressing forward. Finds Han up on the rafters as Jinbungi is disconnected from the squad, causing some chaos over towards the B site. which might be where the bomb ends up getting rerouted to. We'll have to see. For now, they're sitting at main, inching forward up the ramp.
Oh.
But Glow scoops it up. That's 3 for him.
Yeah, that's huge. If Zest can get this pick here, he's going to see him. Shoots through the box. Isn't able to connect any damage to I Am Ready. I Am Ready. Going to return the favor here. That flashpoint. And Jingbuni going to try to play off of it, but nobody from Vision Strikers gets baited into this slow corner, but they don't know Jingbuni is there. Zest goes down quick.
Yeah, wasn't prepared for him to be at such a harsh angle. Thought maybe he was going to be playing out a little bit wider. He just holds firmly there. Does find the kill. Keeps it closer. Spike's dropped for the moment. Somebody's going to have to back off to go scoop that up and try to go for this plant. I'm ready. Just clearing the ropes with the aftershock. Moves forward. TP over to the side. Jinbungi gets himself right up in front of Glow, and he's not sure which way to look. Spots him, but Jinbungi strikes first. Kill is there. Stacks, however, eliminating I'm Ready. Dropping the spike to the floor. Flash comes through. 10 seconds remaining. He has the spike now.
Buy time.
Yep, he's going to move into position. Stacks going for the rush. Pushes up. Jinbungi takes him down, but can he get the spike plant off? The answer is going to be yes. Barely any time to spare, but King is immediately on top of him. Does take him out, which means that Vision Strikers will win another round in a row. Wants to go ahead and get the off first, and then finish the defuse.
Yeah, Stacks with just an ever so slight timing mistake there. The gun not out when he comes around the corner. You gotta have that gun ready. You gotta know that the plant is probably right at that wall. With the sound cues, you could pretty well guess. And he just is a little hair, you know, just a little bit too early. Comes around that corner and doesn't have a gun. And, well, when you don't have a gun ready to shoot, and your opponent does, it's often not going to go your way.
I think he thought that there wasn't going to be enough time for the plant to go off if he died. So I think he was actually just doing it all in play. He says he either sticks for the plant and I kill him and we defuse, or I push the corner, I die, and then King just stays alive, and then the plant can't go off and they lose the round anyway. I think it might have actually been a slight mistiming from Stacks in that regard. But either way, King is there to pick up the pieces. Leap well into the back, but he's blinded. King, looks over to the boombot for just a second. That's when Han strikes. Stacks, however, redeeming himself, does come up with 3 on the round. Now it's Han all on his lonesome, stuck in the back of the site in a 1v4 scenario. We'll see if he can do anything here to try to get himself out of this pit.
Yeah, ropes is such a dangerous place for your opponent to be. RB gonna get the op, and the round falls into Vision Striker. 6-3 now, but that spot Stacks is in is so difficult to deal with. You either have to smoke it off or do something else and be ready for it, because yeah, you can get over to King and you do a good job baiting him with the boom bot, but then Stacks is just left unfettered to shoot at your team as you come across. I mean, it's almost as good as being in heaven for all intents and purposes there. Yeah,
very much is. Stacks looking good with the bounce back there with the multiple kills. King probably gonna be, you know, kicking himself a little bit like, I shouldn't have shot at the damn boom bot.
Well, you kind of have to. It feels like, you know, you're just so trained to shoot at whatever's on the ground there or whatever runs in front of you, whatever the stupid robot decides to get in your way.
Curveball at the ready. They toss it out. No one's playing forward in the garage. Everybody hanging back. They've got a 3-stack over at A. The Jet can be there pretty damn quickly as well. Even with the wall off into heaven, can obviously just updraft over it, so he can cut straight through that mid if he needs to.
Yeah, there was a dark cover thrown up towards B heaven to try to maybe fake it a bit, see if they could get Vision Strikers to overcommit, get into B main or something. Another one's going to come down here. Stacks right away, gearing up for some utility of his own.
Run it back, we'll be leading the charge. Stun comes in, King will strike that down first, but Hashira does manage to get rid of the Killjoy. Clearing them out from the stairs. I think the hot hands as well. Chucked over, yep, to the default plant spot. As the spike is going to start rotating potentially out. It's making its way towards the spawn. Just taking a peek, at least for now, it would see it where Glow is very much lurking from behind, looking to close the distance here.
Yeah, so the opportunity for WGS to try to, you know, change their location is lost, and that hurts even more with Zest getting a really nice headshot.
Yep, flash is coming through. Stack's just going to drop down. Zest continuing to clean him up. Look for that last one. Here comes Jingbuni, however, from heaven, the savior of WGS. Plant coming in, and now it's going to be Glow approaching from the garage. Has a great angle on I'm Ready. If he pokes right now, gets a couple shots in onto him. It's like, did they not realize where he was coming from? Oh, well, RB's on heaven either way. Do just go ahead, exit through the alley. Taps the bomb once, try to bait them in. Right click is gonna be good. He gets dropped. Jinbungi, headshot comes in, RB updrafting his way into heaven, gets line of sight, falls low, but he strikes just a little bit faster. 7 rounds now for Vision Strikers in the back of this defuse.
RB is so clutch for Vision Strikers. He throws the smoke down, and so here's the interesting thing. When you throw a cloudburst down, because of the reduced amount of time that it has, you have not a lot of options anymore. You have to be so fast with your decision making as a Jet, because if you go for the defuse on the spike, you can get about half of it before the smoke goes down. Then you have to be right away, drop another smoke and start it again. But instead, RB fakes it, and as the opponent, it actually puts some pressure on you as well, because as the Jet going in, you have to have your timing perfect with your entry and your smokes to make sure that those cloud bursts are lasting just long enough for you to get that half defuse that you need. But RB gets the knives, gets a double.
Well, nobody now over at the B site. It's looking like it might be a rush play here onto A once this nanoswarm is gone. Leap well into the back there from Hashira, but the turret is actually going to finish him off with the help of King. Blind out, Han jumps up in the air with the judge, does manage to find that kill. Ultimate still not going to be online though, so playing at range could still cost him. Nice stinger shots from XPP, does manage to get rid of King, taking him out of that back of sight. The aftershock displaces him, and Zest is ready to scoop the kill. That's going to be the spike down. Rez is available to bring Glow back into the fray just to have that extra gun carried forward into the next round. And Jinbungi still playing Lurker. Needs to try to pull off this 1v3 just with a Spectre in his hands.
Yeah, definitely great opportunity there for Zest to get another res. Gives them even better chances of winning the round. Like you mentioned, they can pick up another gun, not have to spend as much money. Really, really just solid defense there. Glow continues to be a real nuisance around rafters or ramp. Really does a nice job keeping himself obscured, waiting for WGS to really commit before he springs into action. And the triple's going to finish the job for Zest. This has been one of the best Sage performances on Split I've seen, maybe in Korea at least.
This is the best Sage performance from Zest that I've seen since the last time he played Sage, because he's always incredibly good at it. Stax was incredibly good on Icebox yesterday, was super impactful, picking up kill after kill. And Zest is no different. He can very much contend with everybody else on this roster, and that's the most terrifying thing about Vision Strikers is, like, the people who play utility still can net themselves a ton of kills in a round while still utilizing their abilities to a T. And no other team has been able to perfect it the way that they have. Like, Stax will come in, he'll kill 3 in a round, but he's also flashing every single approach that the enemy team is trying to do. Satchel Charge is going to be coming out, push out of the smoke from Han, is greeted with a headshot there from Glow. King tagged up, does manage to exit the showstopper, not going to be able to find anything. Glow now sitting above, spots XPP for the moment, but doesn't want to pull back. Gets the reload off, makes sure that the ramp approach is going to be clear. Pushing out of screens right now with this bomb, actually.
God.
Will make their way back over into the side. Jinbungi coming in from behind, does manage to find Zest. King looking for the finish. Oh my God, this is a shot on the I'm ready. But Stax is there, cleans it up in the end. The last man standing at the end of the round throws out the Rolling Thunder in celebration. Certainly a rough one. Vision Strikers looking like they got lost there in that last map. But overall, a very dominant defense from them. 9 rounds picked up.
Yeah, and a couple things here, Achilleos. First of all, you made a great point earlier talking about WGS's attacking side on Split is about 47, 48%, whatever it may be, something around that. For Vision Strikers, it's 60%. They win 60% on the attacking side at Split. That's actually insane on this map. It's so hard to attack on this map, and they're so darn good at it. The other thing I want to talk about that I thought that you brought up briefly that I think could be worth expanding on is Vision Strikers, like non-duelist players, right? And you're not thinking about RB or maybe even Stax. Let's just throw Stax out of it because he's such a nutty good fragger as well. Zest, Glow, King. These players who are always in good positions, even if Vision Strikers find themselves in a bad spot. Like, for example, I think it was round 11 or round 10 where there was a B push and then they came up through heaven and get a double, right? The flank, I think it was Jinbungi for WGS, who comes up, either him or Han, I can't remember. But anyway, somebody came up through B heaven, gets a double, but the rest of Vision Strikers are in good spots to recover from that mistake. It was a bit of a mistake because Zest and Stax are normally on B heaven duty, one of the two, but both of them were down in the site fighting around that area. I think Stax might have been an alley. But still, they recover well because the rest of their team is so good. I mean, Glow's always in great spots, moving round around. You can never keep track of him. It's just, everybody on this team is so darn smart.
Well, with this 9-3 on that defense, they actually edge forward their win percentage just a little bit more. Push out, great. Little curveball coming through. Finds RB, press forward. That's going to hand a frenzy over to Han. But at the defensive side, ended up at 75% win rate. This attack, though, not going great. This is looking like a Vision Strikers pistol round.
Oh, the poor Vision Strikers. They're so good in these pistol rounds. Zest trades.
Yep.
Hashira.
It's not ready for the harsh angle shift.
Nope.
King now pressing forward. Yep, spotted out. Han will get the finish. They only find one member as WGS goes ahead, closes out that pistol round, getting their 4th round win.
I'm still of the opinion that Vision Strikers should just rush, just hard rush every pistol round. just YOLO it every time, because I mean they try so hard to, you know, make smart decisions, do the right things, but it just doesn't feel like without the, you know, the guns and the other things in their hands that they normally are used to, they can't really kind of coalesce into good spots.
Well, for WGS fans, there's still hope yet. Coming into this, I mean, granted, with fewer maps played of Split, they actually have a tight percentage win rate of defense coming into today. 73% on the defense, and Hashira is already making a pretty good argument for it. It's going to leap forward, does manage to get stacks, but Glow from behind will finish him off. Takes a judge for himself, but it's a 2v3 with not great weapons.
All right, they're a little worried about Alley, but actually nobody's watching from that angle just yet. The pings came down from Glow. He gets into it. Gonna check around there. RB continues to watch from the ropes. Glow's gonna reload his Spectre. Think about going in. I am ready. Charging up.
Plant now coming down. Looking like 2 from Alley, 1 from Heaven. Push out comes through. I'm ready. Finds the kill. There's the finish. Glow only able to find 1 more. And with 2 members left standing, WGS will take the round.
Yep, it's good defense, but 3 kills in the bag. 4 Vision Strikers is at the end of the world. You're ecoing it. It's pretty decent. But now, you gotta spend some money. Try to get this done, and WGS doing what you should do on defense. It was a good smoke there from Glow. They recognize right away that Heaven, the top of it, is open. And if they smoke, like as you go towards Alley, that little nook where the stairs come up to Heaven, you really open up a lot of space, and that's allowing both of them to at least get in there and get the plant. Because the rest of WGS, and that's why the pings are going down from Glow to the Alley, saying, hey, there might be somebody back here, because I smoked up by Heaven even before you can even get into it.
Oh, now 3 stack here in mid. Throw out the blind, but doesn't find anything. 3 looking over to B, 2 hovering at A. Moving down into the sewers, RB. Coming across to rejoin with his squad. Hashira just going to be holding this corner now with the judge. Zest sits here.
Just Zest things. Hanging out in B main.
Yep, just playing for it. Doesn't want to reveal his location, so pulls back away from the boom bot. Trying to give a false sense of security over to WGS here at that B site. Deportation is going to be coming through the attacker's spawn. So it seems like A will be the hit in the end, and right now there's no eyes on it.
Yeah, they're hustling. Vision Strikers really wants to get over here, as we do get King up into Heaven. There is Han over in the ropes. It's in the back.
XPP watching from screens. Spots 1. Jumps back across to the right side. Dash forward. RB gets his way onto the side. Push forward. Han finds King. Claims his gun. Wall going to be broken down very rapidly, so they want to try to reposition the bomb. Plant now going to be going into the back corner of the site. As Glow starts poking out, finds Han. Great blind coming through from Stacks for the alley-oop play. I'm ready. Holding down the ramp for now. As XPP and Hashira start advancing forward. Pushes the corner, finds the headshot. Looking great, but Stacks cuts down 2. Still going to be sitting here as Jinbungi comes around the corner. He gets a little bit of damage traded out between the two of them. Jinbungi does find the headshot. Now it's Glow. In an awkward position. Wants to stop the bomb plant. Finds one. Here's the approach. Needs to spray. Has it. Glow, the veteran player here on the roster, comes up with the clutch. 3 kills to him.
That's huge there for Vision Strikers. They're really focused on Heaven from the ramps. They've got 2 there watching it after King goes down. That means nobody's watching from ramps into screens from the long angle. So 3 members of WGS actually get through screens into the short hall there. And that all of a sudden causes a lot of problems. If it isn't for Glow's clutch play, that very well should have been WGS's round. Han, sneaky, gets King in the ropes. But you can see here, right away, that wall does not last long. And they can really open up some good space there. And yeah, you've got ramp control, but if you're not watching screens from ramps for VS, it is a little difficult. You do open up the ability for WGS to push through.
3 seconds starting to get pretty spicy here as they move their way into the garage. The boom bot will clear outward. Good shots from RB, backed up by King. They take down Han. Dashboard onto the A site. It's going to be a swift execution now coming through. TP in the back there from Glow. Rejoins in with the rest of his squad. XPP catching him off guard. Takes down Stacks. A huge kill for the Phoenix. Great little flank coming in from him. Spike. Yep, they do manage to plant here in the default spot as Glow will just TP up to the top. I'm ready clearing screens with the aftershock, but does he know that they've moved forward? Fault line will help push on the corner, however, King moves just a little bit quicker. This is looking like Vision Strikers should be able to take another step closer towards victory.
That's a big deal for Vision Strikers because it opens up crossfire angles into Heaven. Glow around, gonna get 1, XPP down, King gets 1, Zest gets another. Quick finish for the Vision Strikers.
Yep, and it's a team effort. Everybody picking up kills here across the board. Now just 2 more to go for Vision Strikers. And this is only 2 rounds picked up from WGS. Like I said, coming into today, they have a 73% win rate on defense. They're undefeated on split thus far.
Yes. No, WGS is really good on this map. They're really good on this map and Ascent. But Vision Strikers, yes, is just better. That's nothing to be ashamed of because there's no other team in Korea that we could, that wouldn't fit that exact same, sentence. If you made a Mad Libs out of it,
yeah,
it'd still be Vision Strikers is better.
Just a reminder of how impactful this is for WGS. Even if they do win the next map, that's only 1 point for themselves out of 2 series played.
That's true.
So pressure is absolutely on for them. Han dashing forward, looking for him. King pushes the corner, does not get traded by the judge from XPP. Managed to come out on top. Altorp here first for Zest, throws a heal out, then the spike will go down. There's the lockdown will come through, and there's not very much to clear this out. Obviously no Sova, given the history of Split, not the most ideal agent that you could play, so they just have to wait this out. No one's gonna be detained, but time is bought.
Yep. RB chilling with the operator. Zest in the short. Back A.
Oh, he almost has negative health right now. I'm ready. Showstopper's out. Backside does get cleared. He's going to just probably let this Lucia over. Towards the side, Rolling Thunder will knock him off the bomb, crucially, before he can get the halfway tap. A little bit of damage in, dashing forward. Jinbungi does manage to take down RB. 10 HP, though, spray through. Stacks will clean it up in the end. Everybody will die, but it's 12-5. Vision Strikers, 1 more to go. And WGS, they need to win 7 straight just to take us into overtime.
Yeah, it's just such a good job there by RB, recognizing that the shots aren't going to necessarily work. You can't really seem to dial in where the defuse is coming from for the spike. So heck with it, just dash in there, knives out. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you die or not. You're just trying to buy time at that point. And good stuff from Vision Strikers, man. They're just so difficult to deal with. They're so smart. They're so strong. Everybody on the team, like we've been talking about, can get it done at any time. Stax is so good with that Rolling Thunder, just waiting for the right opportunity, catching it before it can get to halfway diffused. I mean, he's got the timing on it so well. Everything is just really good.
Yeah, this is just staple play from them. Taking their time. And I think that this is one of the most infuriating things, and one of the hardest things for players to learn when they're playing an FPS game, especially attack one, is just having patience.
Yeah.
You know, playing it slow. More often than not, people start to get antsy. Push around the corner, the right click does not work, and this is what I'm talking about. Han, not showing any patience, not playing back, waiting for Vision Strikers to come to him to try to get into a favorable position where he can actually land these knives and come up with some clutch kills.
You're worried about losing your speed, that killer instinct. Your reflexes seem to get slower too.
Momentum has nothing to do with the actual pace of the game. Great shot though from Han. As XPP and Heat make their way into heaven. Fault line does come through, push on the corner. Takes him low, forces him back with the ult. This Glow just going to be TPing down off the top. Han does manage to find him, but here's a wraparound from RB. Gets rid of one, cannot follow up on XPP, but the rest is going to be used just for good measure. Hashira up close and personal with the Bucky, trades it out, goes for the Phantom. Honestly, I'd favor the Bucky. That being said, maybe he's going to prove me wrong. Aggressive push coming in from Glow, looking to trade him out, and Hashira will actually clutch it. 3 kills at the end of the round. I will eat my words. He gets it done with the Phantom in his hands, but this is just the beginning of a very long and winding road, and Argus Trek is very much ahead of WGS. They need 6 more.
Well, I think we're just assuming that Raze plus Bucky equals win, like with what we've seen here in Korea.
I mean, it's... I've done the math. It seems to work out.
It checks out. Did my doctorate thesis on it. Raze plus Bucky plus Korea equals success. But yeah, this is just so nice here from Han. Gets that really, really nice headshot, but then it's a good follow-up. But Hashira, oh my goodness.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire.
Yes, they need it, because right now it's a little bit of a struggle, but him and Han.
Oh, and here's Han again. That patience, not there. That is not what you want to have happen. At least last time, you know, he burned the daggers, but he did make it out alive, came into heaven, managed to find some kills, but this time he is just going to be down and out. And that is absolutely a catastrophic loss for WGS, given the position that they're in.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're really spread thin. They're trying to cover every single major artery on the map.
You have some good shots here with the Spectre. He pushes out Jin Boogie. There's just too many. The overwhelming numbers crash into him like a tidal wave. Push forward now. I'm ready. Just inching back away as a judge. This is what really can I do from heaven right now?
Yeah, you had 2 members of WGS coming down to ramps expecting a re-rotate from the Vision Strikers. This is the tough part about the Vision Strikers. A lot of times they'll kill and make an entry. A lot of times they'll kill and re-wrap. It's just a lot of different ideas. It makes it so hard to plan against them, so therefore this retake is late.
Yep. Well, interesting wall, sending that one down the way. Helps cover them just a little bit. Not sure, just going to be spraying through. Let's see if he can recreate some of that magic push through. In the corner is Glow. He will scoop 4 to close it out. 13-6. Vision Strikers looking alive and well here on Split.
That was a stinger.